Jealous, I love you too, but this one really knows how to do it. You don't really blow it, it's merely an expression.
Good evening. I'm Alan Rench, and I'm your host. Welcome to our very special program. We're here tonight to interview those rather large members of that intensely reclusive artistic entendre known as Deep Six.
For those of you who may be unaware of their presence,
Or even of their very existence.
Deep Six has launched their assault on the non-sensibilities of the nocturnal subterrane with their infectious agricultural rhythmic gospel. They are, without question, unquestionable. Therefore, we intend to question them profusely. A word of warning. Our program will be dealing with subject matter and situations that some viewers might find offensive. It is not for the weak-minded, the weak of stomach, or the easily influenced. So, let's all just sit back, relax, and enjoy this very, very special presentation. Shall we? Yes, let's begin!
The first subject of our interview will be Deep Six's notorious Skin Man. Let's join him and see what he's up to, shall we? Do you have a penis? Well, do you have a penis? You know, a cock, a dick, a shaft, a poker, a member, a piece of grizzle hanging between your legs. Do you have one, do you? Well, I just thought I'd ask. I can see why it's so popular. You like to continue this somewhere else, sir? Sounds like a good idea. You got a couple $100. All this activity is getting me moist.
Seem to have got me here at this lovely bungalow where we'll find none other than the notorious silver tongue himself, Gustavo. Oh, Gustavo is notorious for being a slimy, two-faced, backstabbing worm who's got nasty drug habits, a foul body, and horrible sociological tendencies toward perversion. He's a bit of lamp, he's a scum, he's a bit of trash out of fun, running a bit of fun in the normal body, dead. Let's have a peek inside, shall we? Yeah! Why, hello, Gustavo! Isn't this what they need all about? Let's go see if we can find the mysterious cure. Goodbye, folks!
good for you.
Oh no, we've come to a dead halt! What's wrong? Yes, that'd be nice. Really, what do you think? And when all else fails, and then I think to give you a load of shit out there! Oh yeah. enough talk with this loud. I've had enough. Yeah, you just sit there with the sun going down. I'm like, hey, here you go, shove on, mate. I'm going to jump.
After last night's outing, I decided that I seen the light. I just got a complete personality change.
This one I already called, haven't called.
This way, we're at the doctor's office. You see, Don has undergone a complete breakdown. Hi, hello, doctor. How are you today? This is Don.
Hi.
This is the doctor.
That's a reasonable facsimile.
Man, do you think we could ask him to remove his trousers?
Because I'm feeling a bit shy. Could we close the door?
Close the door. This is serious business.
Can we get on with it? I need to get right with my head here.
Now, we're here at the psychiatrist's office because after the recording of the Deep Six track on Don, the guitar player, has lost his bloody mind. You ever had this happen before?
Well, I've worn out quite a few placement mats, and the sun never seems to quite get it right. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I do, but I...
No, you don't know what I mean. You don't. You're like the rest of them. You don't know.
Don, I'll tell you what. Let's have the doctor come in and Doctor!
I want you to kind of look straight ahead. If you right over there, and you look right over here, okay? Okay. You like to do him. Okay, what I want you to do next. Just kind of follow the light a little bit. That's it. Good. Close your eyes. I want you to kind of touch into your nose. Pretty normal to me. Okay, not bad at all. How are you feeling, buddy?
I have no facsimile of time anymore. Yeah, but I don't expect. Do you understand? Don't understand. I don't want you to. Do you understand?
100%, Don. Doctor,
Yeah.
we need a little help here.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to do this.
What in there? It's gone.
It was after the sixth song. I swear, we were playing Naked Twister and everything. It was all planned out. We were going to play Naked Twister.
That's the debut single from the new Deep Six album.
We were taking off our clothes and something snapped. I said, no more.
Don, I think as you realise that the rest of your fellow band members told you that the snap was your underwear.
I don't wear underwear. That's why I'm confused.
Only you can help me now.
Some say I was the product of inbreeding. Who left? Who just left?
No one
Why?
had.
Why did they leave? Anyway, I came back. Do you want it from the beginning?
From the very beginning, Don.
I was the product of inbreeding, some say. Although my siblings didn't have the same problem.
What problem was that?
I tend to feel like a big walking spore.
Don, you are a large walking spore.
I just can't figure from which species do I come from? Who spawned my spore? From what spore am I spawned? I've come to one conclusion.
And what's that, Don?
That the key is in the cake. And the cake is in the kitchen. Each of these keys were found in different cakes. I used to not be this way. A certain person came into my life in the last year and a half.
Who is that person?
You may have heard of him. It's the one, the master of the cloak and dagger. He's the double talker, the backstabber, the one with the black dreads. He's come into my life, and I fear he's here to stay. Do you know of whom I speak?
No, Don. Who is it?
He enters entities around me constantly.
Does his voice sound familiar?
His voice sounds different all the time.
For example, if it was he wore a hat.
Yeah, he sort of resembles the child on the grocery bag. You know, the missing ones. All of them at once. His face can embody these many, many entities all at once.
Interesting, isn't it? Loony. He's crazy, he's nuts.
But getting back to the beginning, as I came to realize that I was the product of inbreeding indeed, I decided to take the best of what I had and pack it up and leave that small southern town.
You know, Don, there is a way to deal with this situation.
Inbreeding?
Yes.
Impossible.
No. Cut off your balls. That way, you know, you'll never infect another one.
Don't you think I've tried that? See, I used to imagine I had them. Now I realize that was never true and it never will be again.
You've been lying to yourself all this time.
I wouldn't say lying to myself because I believed. I wouldn't call it denial. I'd basically say I believed it, and I was convinced of it, but now I know differently.
Right, well, here comes the part now where we hook him up to the electrical machine and watch him thrash about and spaz and just start shaking and doing and freaking out.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? Should you wait for the
I haven't
doctor?
the slightest idea.
Well, the opposite of pain is pleasure, is it not?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they're one and the same.
This is free, is it not?
Oh, yes, it's free, all right.
Well, as long as there's a sense of economy about it.
Right then, here we go. Zap away! Wow, that was really something.
Feel better. Yes, I can live with my inbreeding now.
Die.
Why, it's not so bad to be...
Please, Dr. Strict Line 8.
They're talking about us. It's the fourth.
Fine, that's all right. Done. You're well on the way to a road to recovery.
Thanks to you, Mr. Alan Rench.
Who? I guess we're ready for the next album.
Let's go.
Or maybe tour.
Well, cigarettes, Dave. You think we could take some sharks with us?
How about some Mars refuse?
How about some syringes?
I have enough at home, thank you. Thank you very much.
Sit.
How do I get here, Count Droll?
Count Droll, do you normally play tricks like this on people? You are a rather unique individual, Count Droll. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you are the creative flame behind Deep Six. see, this evening there's a certain electricity to the air, a certain strong vibrating quality, if you will. How do you attribute to this?
It seems to be the breaking point.
A breaking point.
Correct.
Tell me, Count Droll, is it true that Deep Six has launched a major assault on the non-sensibilities of the nocturnal subterrane?
The atmosphere seems to be right for the launch.
I see. So therefore, what you're saying is that you intend to completely re-educate the masses and obliterate all that they've known before and replace it with your philosophy and the agricultural rhythmic gospel of Deep Six.
Well, it's more like a launch into unknown territories.
Tell me, how do the particular members of this stamen function? Would you say that the stamen fit into the fistula of creativity?
Rather naturally.
Yeah. You're rather good at that. Where did you learn these unique abilities of yours?
In the laboratory.
Back to that laboratory again. Well, amazing what you can do there, I'm sure. You're no doubt an accomplished scientist, as also a brilliant artist type. Well, we hope you've enjoyed our program. This has been the extensive interview with that incredibly reclusive autistic entendre known as Deep Six. We'd like to thank all the members of the band and all of you for joining us this evening. Hope to wish you all a wonderfully good night.
Alan,
Yeah.
you're just another victim.
This has been a VK production.